Hi, everybody. Welcome. I want to show you one more time the low temperature for tonight because it's going to be warm out there, down to 71 degrees, considering the average morning low is 52. Winds will be light out of the south, maybe a couple drips out there. By and large, we stay pretty dry. It's just so humid out there. You could have a couple drips flushing out. And then 84 for a high temperature tomorrow. The average high is 75. Again, we wake up pretty close to that. Sunset will be at 7:48. A few storms may trickle in here during the afternoon, a lot of them staying to the north. It'll just be warm and humid. And then on Thursday, a front finally starts to push through, and we'll have quite a few more storms along that frontal boundary and even into Friday morning. That's where we'll pick up the bulk of activity for us here, but I can't rule out a few out ahead of it. And then we'll be turning less humid as we head into Friday, Saturday, sort of on the back side of that front. And it's really Friday later on in the afternoon, the humidity begins to drop, and again, just a gorgeous weekend in store for us. If you have any plans, it'll be a little bit on the cooler side, but pleasant. And we warm up again, by the way, after that, so enjoy it. Here's that front right now, and we've got high pressure spinning moisture and heat along ahead of it. And we're on the southern edge right now where we could see some storms here Tuesday. Now, technically, we do have a marginal threat for isolated flash flooding just to our northwest, a slight risk beyond that, and look at where the bullseye of all that rain will occur. Again, that's where we'll see most of the storms. Now, that does start to sag south into the area. So starting Wednesday, technically a marginal threat. In Memphis, we have a slight to marginal threat here, a level 1 to 2 out of 4. And that's where they have a level 3 out of 4 of flash flooding. And that's kind of Wednesday night as that front starts to move in. And then on Thursday, we have still a marginal threat of isolated flash flooding. Now, as far as severe weather is concerned, so Tuesday, technically, I guess they put a slight risk over us. I'm not sure why. I think they need to shove that a little farther to the north. And it's almost exclusively for the potential of damaging wind, 15%. It's pretty low end chance. These are just your straight line wind gusts coming out of a few storms, and then a 5% chance of hail. And then no tornado threat. They don't have it listed. So just kind of something to be aware of. Tuesday, I think a lot of us will stay dry tomorrow. And then Wednesday, a general thunderstorm chance. Better chance of those storms Wednesday night and into the day on Thursday. That's where we could have a few strong storms and, again, some heavier downpours in the midst of all that. So here we are Tuesday, and notice how this model keeps everything up there to the north, just kind of a little cluster moving on by. But it's really Wednesday night, Thursday, I think we could have a nice cluster, maybe some Boeing segments coming at us. Watching out during the overnight, Wednesday night, Thursday morning for the potential of heavy rain and maybe some strong wind gusts. Winds will be breezy regardless on Thursday out of the south, and then the humidity drops on Friday as cold front moves on by. Saturday, Sunday looks spectacular, warming up next week.